All right, so now that we have an alert dialog in our application, let's go ahead and make it look like this. So we have a little bit of a background, it's rounded, it has a text, then there is a text input field, another text input field, all with a little bit of distance to each other. Then we have those two buttons next to each other. So in order to achieve that, we need to build a bunch of composables instead of just this text that says, I'm an alert dialog. So how do we get there? Well, the first thing that I'm going to add to my dialog, and while editing this alert dialog, I wanted to assign a title to it. And now I realize that I accidentally did not use the right alert dialog. So you see there are multiple different options for alert dialogs. There is the alert dialog under Android app. Then there is the one that just has these 4 parameters, which is on dismiss request, modifier, properties, and content. And then there is the one that has a lot more. So it has an icon, title, a text, a shape, a container color, all of the beautiful properties that we can assign to it. And I actually want to use that alert dialog, okay, and not the other one that we have set up before. Okay, so you see that sometimes there are multiple different implementations for the same thing, but this alert dialog that we have here, this new one that I'm going to set up, you see it needs a confirm button. So it needs to have a button that we can click on. This other alert dialog doesn't need to have a button. It just needs an on dismiss request. So let me actually get rid of the old alert dialog that I set up in the last video. So instead, we're going to use the new one, and we still need to make sure that show dialog is going to be set to false once the on dismiss request is asked for. Now we do have this confirm button. I'm going to keep that out for now. And we have this property called title, which we can define. So I'm going to just set up a text in here that is going to say add shopping item. And then we can also say what the text content of that should be. And by the way, this should be a closing bracket here before, and this one like so. So there is this text property like so. And now the text is something that we are going to basically misuse, because we're not just going to use a text in here. We're actually going to go a lot further, because you see the text is a composable that it accepts. So the content of the alert dialog can be a text, but it says composable in brackets. So now we're open to or free to use all kinds of composables, right? We're not limited to using text here, even though that's what the property name should, well, make you assume, right? So instead, I'm just going to use a column. And in this column, I'm going to use an outline text field. So outlined text field, like the one that we used before, right? And now we have this on value change and the value. What should be the value of our outline text field? Well, I would say it should be an item, the name of the item. Okay, so we have one field. So let's look at our project here. This one will be the name of the item, and this one will be the quantity. So we need to know the name and the quantity. So we have this var show dialog. Now we need a var for item name. And this one will just be by remember and just an empty string and closing that empty string. So this will be the item name. And then I will contain the item quantity. And this will also be a string, okay? While the quantity is usually a number, but the thing is, we are entering it into an edit text field. So that's why I want to use the string here as well. So this outline text field now is complaining that it needs a value. And I'm just going to say it should contain the value of our item name. And on value change, so whenever we change the value of, wait a second, so of this text field here, outline text field, it's outlined, you can see it has an outline surrounding it. We want to change the item name. So I'm just going to say on value change in brackets. And here we're going to set the item name to be it. Now, what is it? It is what on value change provides us with. So even if let me put that into a separate line. Now you see it here. It says it string. So it provides us with the string. So the string that is inside of the outline text field at any given moment when we are changing the value of that outline text field. Okay. So let me design the text field a little more. So I'm going to put that into separate lines each time so that it's a little more readable. So what else does the outlined text field have to be? Well, I'm going to say that it should be only a single line entry. So we will not allow multi-line entries into our outline text field. And I'm going to modify the appearance by using modify equals modifier and then dot fill max width. So it should take the entire width available and with a little bit of padding towards all directions. I'm just going to say 8 dp. So give me a little bit of space in all directions is what I'm saying here. So now let's rerun this and we should see our alert dialog having this one field already, this one outlined text field. So let's wait a second until it's loaded. Okay, that took quite a while, I would say a minute or so, but now I'm ready to go. So let's click on add item and we see our alert dialog has this blue background appearance by default, and this add shopping item has a certain size as well by default, and that's our added text field. So let's click into it and see, okay, now whenever we're entering text into this outline text field, it also updates the user interface straight away. So now that we have that, I just want to, well, and also you can see that it disappears once I click next to it. Okay, so add item, you can see I can click somewhere else and it goes away. Now there is one thing that I want to point out. So now that I'm using this other alert dialog, suddenly I don't need this opt-in experimental material 3 API class anymore that we had last time. I just wanted to make you aware of that. So we did use it, but now we don't use it anymore. Okay, and before we go to the next video, let's quickly add the other outlined text here as well. I'm just going to put that underneath, okay? And the other outlined text should not contain the item name, but the item quantity. And then the on value change, we want to set the item quantity to whatever the value that has been changed is going to be. And I believe everything else stays the same. Let's rerun this and then we should see how our user interface is going to look like. And there we are. We see that we have two added text fields, both working just fine, or outline text fields. So see you in the next video.